was a mock up from no tune for TV Plus. So I was young press release be Akosua, a yasam den pass some rep horn. So I was young press release, if a year. Mama Akosua Serwaa aside and eba na nibre pan wadi ayesa press release no niti a watwam na ne se posters bi aba abonten a posters na eba abonten no sane omo refer to no Mama Akosua Serwaa no na ni anye ho afi biom so posters no na ka wose omo bona mane ansa no mudi ne din e de akọ posters no na so ni nyina no wodi mu ho hwe including aye ni time ene aye ni date ni nyina no woni mu ho hwe na ni bresempa na mamen e de kasa abunya wutie se ne na o kasa ene nsem a no wo ka e de afasa ensem we se woni press release na wutimi se rehosem pa mpanifo se bi wankasa wutiri ho aye yi bone ni nti no mamen no aba modern aba bonte abetu na numu tu press release no ho a enam so metimi legal wife fo so bu fo matuja wo ho aka nsem bebre e de afa ho pese wo ka me ho kwaje nchirimu no besisi e
also be my body different obo on more or air cost na no atinani like me anesthesia on demand now aware of but be more special there are some special people are so double dose and these are in the middle of surgery no mutimi wake up me who be pay or like autism no surgery no abra man full general anesthesia and I was say or that completely but autism in later no realize say now sankophobia no so man double
to say me
we bia on oh okay
it was
and I pass out no so I mess it up everything is interrupted brain there's everything and no you interrupt the brain communication with spine because BBR is connected everything yes your nerves is connected time can say it's from our head to our nerves no in no
you notice
mutia mo yana fa paracetamol no mo tete so on fin o yana akota ibuprofen no atam akoto codeine hwan mo tete so mi nyina no mi nyina future damage we don't know yes
obi say me say dey work and me no mo chere say one me dey try yare surgery and say na my son CS into 2 for awo me ne member penalty enti say bibia me a me fa to say parase na be ya me nya time attend to mo because won ko on papa birthday weekend enti wan ya obeda wo ho na iso mo no na ka na man so dey the best o
but okay anything only other solution and one solution
me back to
aspirin ya chentara no paracetamol
I mean I react to aspirin no
sister ni non-steroid anti NSAIDs
I know ibuprofen Advil and a leaf but aspirin in general a platelet aggregator what it does is it decreases the clotting of the blood cell the red blood cells into your system so when you have pain and most in Europe if you are sick they will give you aspirin than Tylenol because Tylenol is toxic paracetamol is toxic to your liver but aspirin is not.
Also, no, be asuna a aspirin. It be more allergic to it.
Me, I'm allergic to it. You have to take the coded line.
It's not first line for when we are prescribing. Pharmacists, we don't prescribe. We don't prescribe aspirin as first line of medication for pain. Now aspirin will not be your first line. So obi da blood thinner so the aspirin everything the aspirin account as a blood thinner on the thinning blood the mamuje muyemre kakra no so born man or clotty bebre anticoagulant nyamo bibi to say warfarin or any NOACs nini sanema no enti no say any serious a born man aspirin ne be ka ho say low dose no near the account also UK on say jiwa
no US
US okay
yeah
it's like you normally ana your fair no your first line ebi also offer I could just offer paracetamol. A
Yeah,
buano,
because
which is okay.
it helps because paracetamol have Percocet. It's Percocet. It's codeine.
Aspirin as I said, normally
It's
you
Tylenol.
find your pain, you find pain ladder, you find aspirin can. Oh
Just
Paracetamol
yeah,
is
recently,
codeine and
proper
Tylenol joined together.
pain a
just
year.
Pacho,
recently,
so also
Yeah,
bet
for
me and take
aspirin and can.
aspirin.
Because
Also
normally
Not
the
take
aspirin
aspirin.
Debbie won't even take aspirin. Debbie won't even take aspirin.
for them.
Or see our ulcer, who are ulcer. You can take aspirin when you have
Oh,
ulcer.
Debbie.
Debbie won't
I'll
even.
take it only
You will
just
bleed
because
internally.
say you come medical there. Makes me internal bleed from your stomach.
Yeah. And
It's no, we
It's
don't
okay
advise
for
aspirin,
omo black clots.
ibuprofen,
Omunya
this
black
animal.
clots.
so the average, the thing is,
Black clot,
say,
to prevent black clot in the amount aspirin,
Yeah.
we call it black thinner, but the
Black
actual
and
name
clots.
yeah,
is an
so
the better
there.
anticoagulant. No?
So there.
Yes,
Aspirin is
sister.
not a blood thinner, it's a platelet aggregator. So
Oh, say,
platelet, and then a platelet in here, part of your red blood cells. And then mostly, a forming black clot, It's the and it says, yeah, mouse aspirin, prevent blood cells, and it says,
okay, US guidelines, no, right? Okay, also, me who's
no,
the
this is
US
Oh,
the
guidelines
they're
now.
global.
no, global, and US,
Oh,
global.
Yeah.
there be,
So
hold
It's
on.
global.
no,
Oh,
and yeah.
say,
So let me explain it. Please let me
mommy
explain it. Let
chipping
me
this.
explain
Oh,
it.
say, this in the US, mama, pregnant
academy,
women.
then you come in.
No,
Pregnant
please
women
let me
above
no
35 years no. I don't know
let
more
me
aspirin.
explain it. So aspirin is not a blood
Mm-hmm.
thinner. Aspirin is a platelet aggregator. What it does is it prevents your red blood cells from forming
From
clots,
forming
joining
clots, yeah.
together, which will
Mm-hmm.
cause the black clot. Such as here. So it's not. That is why aspirin
The
is given cautiously.
So it
You can
prevents
put
it,
say
somebody.
but it
you
doesn't thin it.
the
It
actual
doesn't
name
thin
in
it.
our
It
bono.
prevents
Oh,
it.
It
a
prevents
platelet
the
way.
red blood
No, na
cells
waka
from
no.
forming clots together, not prevent black
Me,
clots. It
me
doesn't thin your
can.
blood either.
Yeah.
I understand that, but me kind just to let you know, say, say OBT and any animal a comfort spring, and I'm saying it's not advisable. Anytime I make they call that anticoagulant classification, because we don't prescribe aspirin as a pain med.
Adolfo mepa mocho ya
So,
drop it enti mo betimi a mo mpa
so
WhatsApp na mo share
in
my
so yeah, in so but
mesra mo
me na
bebre.
Lumba the na has fine the na nam person chipping.
But also,
Alright, a good
it's
day
important.
yeah
I think
say.
But
Okodi
in Lumba brain the more advice more
limit
resulting in
yeah.
everything
Everything has a side
medication.
effect.
More avoid it. If you can do natural herbs in any manner, like focus on it. There are certain things you have spices you used to feel in any manner. And I later last time I can bebre and even these oils, lavender oil, eucalyptus, ne animal. Uti oya, akoto stati. Una also uti oya. Start use lavender oil every so every evening before you go to bed. Sati
Eya
you
meeting
use
yam
to
yawo.
use
Mama,
oils no
eja.
the
Meeting time
your friend no
yam.
essential oils use no ebe boa na ne jai o de hell de
Even
start from
natural
today
flowers, no cry lavender, all the show pillow as cry helps.
ena start ma wani nko enchine ho abo nchine start bi fa toto wanum fa ba ko show ase na en dissolve wo wanum ewia no manum suo ni nyina helps with headache. Oh, na sa inunro no yem forget sa ne man why? So we need
So I think said Nancy that there was a research US for they were doing some study into the area there has been an increment in autism like the autistic children and I was reading a report of Mokase. They linked some of these cases to a man in Yuma. They were taking high amounts of the Tylenol. No? And see, they are being careful with this Tylenol, no, Nancy. It was a report I read. Into no,
a study a case or a more the paper review paper in America cra. So because they a year almost say Tylenol in the course autism no. There's a paper on it. America Hanum and they no people believe say and on a course Tylenol Tylenol say yeah na a very yeah akresha yana among time person the man crown class.
Nti akoto de ya na wo kasa wonya pain no wonya pain. Aha, nti mimi say na first no etire me.
Akoso obi atro asiese lemons, black pepper, cayenne pepper.
Yes, it's very good. Me say na sad no.
Me pacho asemna abatara no me pacho me sraupi. It's not true. A Trump administration, you know, was trying to blackmail the Tylenol manufacturer to give him some shells, and they refused. And over cancer, as I'm saying, Tylenol, who ya kalani de mawa, who ya pregnant near the mawa, pursue autism. There's no fact to that. CDC has never. World Health Organization has never said that. A Trump administration, so it's not true. Tylenol is the safest medication for pregnant women.
And say you want me to
And
it's always the safest medication we say. Paracetamol is always the safest.
I was having problems with sleeping.
No, we call it Tylenol. We don't call it acetaminophen. It's Tylenol.
No, Tylenol is a brand name. Now, if you don't go for Tylenol, now go for Equate brands as well. It's not
what I'm
Tylenol.
trying to say, and it was the
they make drug name woman, the actual ingredient. We call it the actual ingredient name. Now make us say
it's acetaminophen. Yes,
exactly.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But the what's about the autism, you know?
If you avoid Tylenol brand, yeah. Tylenol is a brand. Into there are other ones you can go for the generic, which is the anomatroch, the names, no generic name, acetaminophen. And I said in UK, more friend paracetamol.
Right.
It's the one that you can go for. But only the basic medication on your mind.
Yes.
Right. It's still not safe.
But it's not even when you're cramped now. When you have fever,
medication be brain I'm a pharmacist, but I still don't promote drug sale.
I understand, but what a lot of people need to understand is a no more and yes synthetic and have by now a bibido holistic medicine or the pharmaceutical and
in America or the whole world.
Majority of the pharmaceutical companies, yes.
Now we can agree to disagree, but it's okay. It's okay to disagree and agree, but it's okay.
I was saying, so my boy, and I was having a problem with sleeping at night. Ain't me go home, my doctor knows you. I should get Tylenol PM over the counter. That was when I was pregnant, like 3 months ago, and I wasn't getting my sleep. Me that Tylenol PM so sounds me me bana on any special child. My son is very fit and healthy, so I don't think say Tylenol. I think it's just like Auntie Joa was saying, it was a propaganda with Tylenol.
You know, Nashmi, one thing with this, how our Obia reacted to in Rubino. Edrobi oha wo betimi anom wo be free obi so benom na. So at the end of the day, when such reports and as a research comes out, me and me to one me end user. To be very honest with you, I don't know any propaganda be a Trump here and now Obia here. The honest lies on me to decide whether information that me mono whether me debate juma na me fanye juma. When the issue of COVID by and a vaccination inkofo bebre say na me call vaccination no and I mean say but still ebi wo ebi so anya den ebi anwo. So when the information comes out, at the end of the day, you decide whether you want to take it or not. But ye one crofo bi mu so almost claim say, oh okay, omonyem no ye do to a draw way so onyem ne ba we no time fatally no onyem we no taifa and okwo ye ne ba na autistic. It could be say you draw nimpo, maybe it's something else, a chemical reaction be. But at the end of the day, ni nipa ne share plus or minus bibia no no child A any child B no child B the difference was the Tylenol no not remember say free ho. But I think when the information comes you can say you look at it critically and then you decide, but you don't just put everything aside because it's me
the way they react.
So the issue with pain now me say anytime I meet my time of the month neighbor me experiences severe pain na me yasa tisemenum F pack ni. Then I met say the SDA for Adventist for no they believe say omu paycheck bills LNG white or one church be about food, you know, this Saturday now or Hiniba in the holistic way of living. So I met this lady and Okache me say, me pa when it's getting to the time now, me trying to me increasing my intake of water. Just water. Me try say me no nsuo pa na yen hwɛ what happens. And when I started doing that, I did that religiously. When I started doing that, when him said time need draw, sometimes I don't even know. Better say me see, now we there then buy a cramming thinking. But first, a baby in care for like a week. The severe pain, the cramps I will experience before day in the baby, and then the pain can continue like 3 days in the period. But when I started doing that, and me if you no me anytime maybe I feel say me benya headache bia na ma sheda no monsio, and it helps a lot. And I don't know, Akoto, maybe you should try. Once I hear a bit before no.
Akoto, comment section. MPP me patro. I don't want to lose the message, Michelle.
Okay.
Ebi most what trust said dandelion helps with headache. And freke say any gloves. It helps with headache.
Yeah.
But me right now, what I am using for my sleep, it's helping me. Miracle leaves. I have it fresh. My dear baby will feel hassy. Intimate. Na me na me
the one the way I read,
Time you. I'm off at time you.
Oh, okay.
8%.
I know. Before we be able to take care of Drubiano, go online, right? Go online. No Google. We have special website. Net type Drew Chrono. Net share ni safety, ni risk. Any idea ebe can't show. Now so we review it na a far a wild decision. So anything and most of the time they leave it with you, the patient, to decide. Even though it's there for them to prescribe for you, but also you say you use your drink, catch whether to take it or not. Then you look for alternative solution. But the mechanic say in no be brain it there. A drobia is bad. Bonnie womb. Into no be brain of Yensusu. But go online and type in the medication. A be biam everything about the drug. Onoma a drone the your body name, the pharmacokinetic and the pharmacology of the drug, the side effects, the administration, the distribution, how a bear squitty a full body in a catcher. And it's a no now her never body now. Up to you. Thank you.
But do they always give us the right information?
Respond the comments way 1 minute before it goes
reading patient information leaflet.
Yeah. Africans don't like reading, like they always say. If you want to kill a black man, put it in writing.
You have PDR.net. Everything about a drug at show. The good and the bad need never catch you. Bye.
All right, according I mean sure I'll be brave. Irama 773. Irama 773. Me pacho me ba. Irama 773. Ubisasa Nash, how do you do it? I have the plans here too. Okay, so what I do is meditate. Na say enchins you now the bell come on. Ubetimi a blend the anom. Ubetimi a re amni you know. However you want it. But it helps me, it aids me with my BP and me sleeping. Me started, a lot of improvements. Miracle leave. It before for any time you.
And you
aside the spiritual it's also good for consumption.
Yeah,
I can attest to it.
Why?
Me patcho bet me.
Oh, because they not for the can. Who could you go pharmacy? Almost the instructions of the medication. And any medication there was severe side effect and they affect you the most. Almost the orange label and yellow label. Actually, a drone who say caution, say. So a drone be over for GBR. And these days because there are a lot of medical apps. Who bet you download the phone so who could you do be and circle about for the drone. What type in name now? It will tell you everything. How send it as a funnel. And your ma drone we continue taking of the medication, it will disappear. And at the end, we get a drone for now for doctor right away. There are a lot of apps on Google or app you can download medication RX or all those kind of things.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mami Nyantaya, that's why. Also, you can even use the time you will not as contumely stew if you choose to. What I say.
Yes, yeah, dear pa.
Na akoto kasa
And I use yeah, dear.
eye ni yefu na ya etai eha no. I don't know say ye ulcer and I say ulcer crabby type of ulcer. But me I've suffered from H pylori ulcer no. And me no me draw we are seeing an again is this Thursday woman and not try me cabbage juice. So anopebia me blended cabbage na se metimi anom with the pulp na me nom but adamin for this and me be the ka ho no me blend it na masone ensuo no na manom me nom no anopa first thing in the morning and then last thing in the evening and for se me high many for like 2 years now I've never experienced that pain again.
It's but good for gut health. For gut, you know.
Osne H pylori say me ache me say enya ulcer enya no kranka minim say ulcer kraya wa utimi nya back pain because uti wo wachi.
Wow.
I was wondering say ye na ye me see me call hospital na me run labs na ye de me tu hwan drobi me re fa brofo ni nro yubi ankosiaga cabbage na boa me. Cabbage juice.
H pylori bacteria to be a well gut, you know. What Akoto need to do is he needs to go see a gastroenterologist. They need to do colonoscopy. They will take a sample of the gastric and a tissue that will tell them what bacteria and number chain are there.
Yeah, it's in the gut. It's a bit clear.
Yeah, it's in the gut. Yes.
Yeah.
Akoto probiotics. Very good. Debbie. Obeda, any granny you.
Very rattle.
Yes, I endoscopy in the name
Omodi said truth.
Omodi sad and all can.
Omodi gas and all the gas and
Ante dewa mikoyebi mekono omama me consent form se mensan yeboa hospital me hwe niam me omo se ebetimi etu me front teeth na me say ye menye.
Wow.
No. I don't know how they do in Ghana, but
Ghana. Like what happens are like yes, yeboa hospital here is the police station. Almost betimi etu me front teeth.
Yeboa hospital. Yeboa hospital.
Yes, mama ready we akotoba obi so ohima boachua say cabbage juice is good, but if you have thyroid issues, you have to be careful.
Right? With your mother show, no the scope, with microscope electronic, no the accord, no more. I don't know via Ghana.
Obi said, do you cook the cabbage?
No. Me
don't cook the raw. Man, son of crap. Obey cooking a cravey, but raw one is the best.
Raw one and boy. Beginning, I think the first day in a year tough when you are drinking because of once the cabbage or funny smell be. But you have to assume you get used to it.
But cabbage, you don't mind. What's me can it didn't say being
yes. I was also checking my weight at that time. It is a me blend this and me no na the chaff no me pan is a pulp.
Chaff no I can.
Na me the little cabbage oat flour. Me blend the oat into powder.
Just to bind it.
Just to bind it. Into no so na me di instead of benkuni dokonone. Sanya man, it's all helped.
Even with cows.
Yeah, kimchi. Why you kimchi? We have cabbage, nako sam pepper, powder one, escalier, right? Man,
Serwaa Fosu, the lawful widow of the late Mr. Fosu. It is shocking that some disrespect was aired publicly, and even more disappointing that these accurate statements were met with smiles from the program host instead of immediate correction. The families further states unequivocally that the funeral poster circulating with Mrs. Akosua Serwaa's name displayed alongside individual as widow was published without her consent. It does not represent her position nor the stance of the family and must be completely disregarded. Additionally, several names of Fosu family members appearing on the posters were included for cosmetic purposes and should be ignored. Regarding the recent ruling delivered by Her Ladyship, Justice Dorinda Smith Atta, the family maintains full respect for the court. However, we strongly disagree with aspects of decision and will make appropriate legal redress to ensure that the full truth is established. Our commitment remains to justice, clarity, and protection of the dignity of the late musician's lawful wife and children. To the Ghanaian community in Germany, who feel distressed that a legitimate German marriage certificate was dismissed and ridiculed in open court, we say this: do not lose hope. We assure you that the authenticity and international credibility of German marriage documents will be upheld and defended. A German marriage certificate remains one of the most respectable legal instruments in the world. The Mercedes-Benz of marriage certificates are matched in legitimacy, integrity, and rigor. To those troubled by the notion that the sanctity of the legal marriage is being undermined, we reassured truth will prevail. The Almighty God, the protector of justice, will restore confidence in the marriage and expose any falsehoods intended to weaken its foundation. The Fosu family remains united, focused, and committed to honoring the legacy of our beloved Charles Kwadwo Fosu with dignity, transparency, and truth. Signed by the family of the late Charles Kwadwo Fosu, that Lumba, written by the family press secretary on behalf of the direct Fosu family. Madam Ase.
Yeah, that's it. Dear,
Yes,
maybe you discuss it.
who will be on? That's me.
Yes,
They say
Method.
Papa She. What did they
Yes.
say about Papa She? Because man, she.
Okay. I must say, first, we reaffirm that Nanaya Akosua, popularly known as Evangelist Papashi, is a long-standing family confidant
Thank you.
and
Hold on, person.
designated spokesperson.
Hold on, person.
All right.
Gift the adoye. One your friend say
MCI boy.
MCI boy. Someone yes I disrespect na mo de call Papa She so now. Some letter na about in press release about no matter. Wo de mu chimi watch na mo fa Papa She nkosi so why?
And then
Mo fa Papa ene on aha ene. Mo de mo fa Papa She nkosi so. Na ka mo wa mo bete. Mesi MCI boy. Wo ne survive da o se Vicky. Ena sa gift ya doye no. Mo bia ma Papa She din biem. Anya ma afa no. Obi ahia Papa She wona akwam. Say Papa She for
me jam ho be 10 minutes be me back. Me come and call an eduane. Do be me come and call an eduane me do.
Okay, no problem. You go. Chances so kwen. Shanizi. Mo me so me fire na mpese mu dum. Pokosto.
Ode ya wa hakasa.
Boda mo nko yegua.
Omo nkombra.
And Merry Christmas. Why do they have
Good day, me wa hanchi kasa why? Ya wa.
Matimedo. Simunya sansam funa mo sorry and Papa She never see and yen abusia and on the abano. Papa see, and ya some cry near can part of the family. Full stop. Because the way I would name near mano, Abusua for no cry, they don't know anything, most of them. Then Papa see no makwem cracomunti me who say. Namusa anto free webina muhu moto rono. Most around some of them are penny me FM. Samaya de made na moya monye munyi papa see and as a moon free manum. Ni didn't cry munyi free manum because you're my friend. No. Mote ye. Amanya kwasi afobi ti sabo beka sa bad about ill about papa see. Moya wrong. Mobo bwada mo. Mo de ene muni hweka mo fa papa see enkosio ene mama Serwaa. Jumba ye di ba be di mo no se muni program you should start our YouTube no. Yes so mama. Yes, so mamo. What the last one and is our press release na abano.
Aye video for.
The mother mo ye boss awon. Mo for mu Jimmy and for the dim route na come on my video. I dey akwa Samson no. What is it?
Na papa she cry na bet me abo mo no ma trap papa.
I know see no be some power no. Omo nim say papa she your boss because the work be are true.
Yes.
Everything about okuta accurate information. It's why I'm just saying in film. You can't do focal.
But your program. My friend Crawford, who be papa she saw your bushini. Nanka mo pe bushia for no. Mama frɛ obi anka anka bushia penny by na ma frɛ brempoma. Na ma frɛ Fosti. Na ma frɛ brewa no. Lumba nana nanka ye hu say ye bushia meeting. Na mo a mo ti ho no MCI ye bo no so ye bushini.
Mo ne ba some be gu ne ma ase period.
But I'm far more. Hey, papa she no ye dom o. Say mo hu ho kyerɛkyerɛ mo. Wo ye dom because wo can be a point because onim the oka. O me ka say ye say, wo say me say no a kyerɛ wo date. No a kyerɛ wo date. The mo nima ne bra mo kasa rough. Without any basis. And now some kasa sa tena me ti ho. Mokasa rough because your friends a TV station be a mama platform and I'm di chimi and then you can no your friend say ampon kan no was it kuro 3 your friend 75 million obi am person be kan kuro mo adai obi am person be kan kuro mo ampon ko hu papa o ko hu no 2012 also yare 1.5 years. Mama chan to say oprega na ono obi kra na car na okọ hospital wo paper from na obi afa ode oba na wo be dia boso no wo so hwe 17 years wo so hwe 17 years and nsho mo mpe no krenti mu di akra na chi no ochimi ogana wo and ojimi ade akwa Samson no am penifo a tesemo a wo se mo mutu oprega fo no mo timi akodi sa oprega na mo nya sabe na wo mutiri so mo di oprenpanifo na mo de mo ho awurawura ase no mo ne girl no hwana wo so chiro bi nyansa ye ka mo so mo mienka ne to oprega we timi be stop here ho Ghana koye oye ye nyane so mienu enka Ghana ba na nka o maton wow entro kwa na mo so am pese mutwa because yenya mo na nkura na mo nam Ghana ho nya mu ni o mu nsitire MCI e boda e o mu patron nu odim ana mu yuzu nkura ne saa se mu saa ne nkwasasem saa na mo nam Ghana ho na mo de saa won ni we aba no mo pa mo disregard na mo nkofa ni mesi mo ayi so na mo hwade se mo wa no ayenso e wa no che mu. Thank God says say TikTok wo ho mo kasa we will reply you people. You better reply mo. Mo kasa you better reply mo because mo say me kwa ka we TV okwa nkrofo hwe TikTok na mdo na ma begu. And so yes we have every right to talk about it. Now what's up papa na e frɛ ohene ba ho ahwani no. E friend say me rekwa ye finidin. Ohene ba ntim. Wo de o konkonsa de mi hu panim o ye konkonsa ni o Ghana da mi hu bi da na me nya so se me hia bi nso da o hande bentim what me abegina ha ya o full chested e na Lumba he fa na koy adamfo ampon afre wo ma me score why Baby na Lumba yo adafo no ko chirim. Mun ka no kre. Munim sa ade ne bi, mu bayi friend say ade ne mu bayi bi afri wona makoka say esi. Mo jampe. Oyne bentim. Wa wunim se wo yo hene wo te akonwa tuntum so. Eya aka no kre wate. Eya ma no kre ni wani mu wate. Eya ma na ade ti na sebe ye na no bin ohne bentim na dikan. Papa see ana busua ne de aba out no. Oso ya busua ni nim se na wo beba ho. Na wo de ma oyefo nyewo. Ma wo yefo enyewo. Ne kosi UTV ho ne bo papa see di na ka yeso de woni betwitwibunim because oyo ho sa panimu a won ka no kre. Won ka no kre wo sa ohne bentim no. Na ka be fe ni friend ya kobu no akra de ko kaya wo be ma the whole Ghana hu sa akra ne ye afa ni hu who you are. Ohene bentim afa ni hu nipa wo ye akwade se ka okobu no ho ono kura da ni efe ohun se wu bebu no sebe me srin eye ni frafo but ono kura na wo se nka wo ye bibi manya kopo se wani monyam no enka okobu akra no ena nya me ye na dom ena ohun who you are. Thank you pastor. Ena ohun who you are ena wo nenam parade yourself say wo ye dey. Ohene bentim you are no for Abusua because me no na enya Abusua for Papa she has every right to talk about Abusua because what time how many years what hefa na wakodru who person who ye bibi to say tribalism we are not ready for that sad na why you just be creating no ye ma wo kwan ma won creating we nipa bonini papa wo say ohene bentim we nipa bonini ankasa won pen no good day na won pen ka
Everyday baby na tama na papa she radio stations need Ghana Broadcasting Corporation so mo bo Lumba no na me he no na me he aha ke ho de
o bo shows free na papa she sa o settle pa ko pema nwumre ya na hwesu no onamu wono ne efe na damfo Abusua wo ye Abusua straight o ne bentim wo de ma ye fo nyewo never see UTV ho na yire wo he ela papa si ni di free wonum because we say the Lumba ma 1 year kura can't me hwe no wo ye de na 1 year ama beauty wo ye do ma 1 year can't me hwe no e say na wonya boss abegira won kasa te say de wonim Lumba ama adro ko obeje wo ho wa ntiaka adro ye beje no ho ya ntiaka mon kanu kura Ghana e no cross o Ghana e too much can it drop ya ma why na just on your dropping no ne nkasa ade na mo hwehwe ohene bentim mbese malete we nya o last warning malete enye last one because who say mekuta dipa no ho akaye di woni betwitwiri brim wo rebe ho wo vre ebe ho papa si akotina Lumba pe se ka mo hu be so videos no kwa mo hu ye ama say wu ye say the papa si bre sata no yuzu ka yellow bi ko basa and then wo benya no agina ho say oye busuani wo ho oyene bentim why wa just obey follow wo do ho be frafra ye ntwemaw some of us ye ntwemaw e fra ho me fra tena wo ba bi na dwere ho because obi an frɛ o obi an invite o dia wo de wa fa fofra ho last week dia na de spell wo do ye be ma akuta boss asabra ho de baby na hwa ade bra ho ne be ye biem na hwa ade Ghana mpanimfo meslemo mo na mo de mo amudi sa opregati na mebo medi me mo Ghana fo mpanimfo nyina mo amudi opregati mudi na mebo me say samo de mama akra de da adwene ketua bi na ye kwese te se shatabande shoe no atomo ayemfa ho munimulemu sa akra na wona na adwene aye ketekete se shatabande shoe no wotimi de atomo a mundimulemu obia ni muni asem monko de besa mu ye bia monye na owodo moto betete se tetetetet mu de asa ye no ahun moto tie betete egu abontin mu benu ho de mama ka se munye ha oprega na ono okoji obi okosho obi okokliniki mu sem gu ni nsem mu ni mo de ama omo na moni mkrofo mkuta monsa makasa akra ka moni na chida enka moni na chida moni na monsa de omo de ko ma omo no omo so na fofo enti eko ye de ashada ka mi etwa mo mu de mu nko ye nwie ni ehwade mu behu monsa ba be yi ne papa ato abonten bu ye nipa bonefo mo nwini nipa ho na ma me Serwaa na wono de ne krata de ne sweat Emma daddy Lumba buy out no. Sa 15,000 Dutch mark no. Edi yiri nyumpie ye no. Ena mo se bu yenkoku no. Ena mu bu na tanchia. Ena mu nka no kra mfa no ho. Oprega no obetras wankonsuo da wanko anyina. Enkrada ni kra won high bida. Obi asiama na betena mu free no. Ono aya ade ama mo won. Wono wo ya ade ama mo. Sama hu bobre. Ma wo se de musuban sitie. Eye yate na mo de mo nkoso mo sa mo toto mo pako ho. Enche na mudifo aba. Mo toto mo pako enche na mudifo aba. Ada na mo ya asema na ya rehosa. Na kama ame no ko afata de Lumba ma outa. Enka mo ma ya mo hosa mo ye enamfofo no. Enka he na mo hu no. Papa no mo ba hu no en. Na ko be mo adamfo. Na we ti hwa hwani no. Wusu jina ho chantro. Wu chantro papa panimu. Mimi hu se obi nyina na adwene mu do. Na nim se ga na se wu nyina empanimfo ne bi mo. No madwena yese queens. O madwene na yese queens omu nyina. Akosua Serwaa ene ma daddy Lumba eba out. Akosua Serwaa mo pe omu mpo. Mo daddy Lumba na wo bonyo ma mo tibi no. Wono na de ne ba out o ton. Na de watch ama na afena na se de watch ama na afeno. O chiri se odi bom. Ela mo be pera kokunu ya sa. Na mu nyina mo ntena ho. Mu nyina mo ntena ha sa jibi for na so ka me address ma yi na free ho. Mu nyina mo ntena ho. Na mo fu se de na ato daddy Lumba ho. Yesuma odobroni wo mabrabom mo se mo nka ne kora no. Odobroni ma mabrabom no be dimoni na mo hese de sitie. Yesuma odobroni ma ne bi. So mo mra mabrabom. Na mo hu se de wiase sitie. Mo nka no kora. Mo ya maju se mo ni no kora ma obia. Yesuma odobroni na unim uko jina bebe na kasa osuma odobroni awosi we rejected enso mudi nachi na mo rejected mudi nachi ne de besi ebeba ma brabom 100%. Obi a wono ma menati ni so bia emre na brabomu kwa fa Charles fa Jimmy Frasi akọ fa kwase akoda obodam ye depression so be dia depression fo ayi so kwase ampani Wabodam Monka ne kre Ghana Monokra asa Mubenya odobroni wo mabrabum So ba be build am na ye ya mubenya bi So they said obesia be ne bia mubenya bi You experience it Na ma hu se de sitie MPP brem Diva mo nyina mo fo mo mrem na me nko e me na so ha Siasama akwa Se
Good dear. Me pato heat up more fire. Why? Because me has this fire pass and you bring into heat up mama more. MPP me pato bread more. Me that's it baby.
I'm say ampon abeka de nipa nyina esuro so mo beka. And I mean asemba kwa okan ya e ma me yemu tweme ni say Ghana man say yanhwe ye na Nyankopon kasa sane behwen ya. Ebe se so dom ni gomoro ena eye no kre because sa same way no de Onyankopon honhom ti ne mu biara enim bebia no kre ne da o kan bibi se onka se sebe girl no yembu ne kwasea anya kra no ne papa na wo nemo enchantro se wo ye papa ne yire ena wama yeso ati ase se sempo no papa ne ware wa Bible say Nyankopon asem say omo go aware mpa ho fi no mo sei aware no no Nyankopɔn sɛ obɛsɛe wɔn enti mama yɛntimi nka no krenkyere akwala no megidi sɛ girl no obre ne ho ase ɛna de na yemu bi ka no ɔde kɔ asopem a na nka maame Akosua Serwaa sɛ ne yesi hu ne ne kwa no there is no way anka maame ni betimi adane na chiama no Jiga ka asɛm bi sometime back sɛ ɔka bibi about sɛ yɛn lucky fie ne ne ade na maame ne ka sɛ oh na sɛ nkwala ne wɔ ha no mo lucky dan na he na nkwala ne bɛkɔ enti no obi sei no sɛ bi yɛn ne ntwe mansom but osanso ka asɛm bi sɛ deɛ ɛkɔ so na ɛba ne nyinaa no papa ne bu nkrɔfo bebree kwasea wɔ kwan bi so ɛna ɛnɛ saa nkrɔfo ne nia etimi na so more like the victims no etimi up sɛ wa ma yenya osomfa so abra wote ase dia ɛna woda hɔ na afei na ya ankasa yebetua ye ho ka enti we no akwakoye nkrɔfo mu fi sɛ they have some sort of entitlement to papa no enti no omo etimi up na omo yesa ba me de ade ba akopɛ na mi nyi ni nyina no me ma me kan na me de abɔ me bra besi me saa asɛm ne sɛ bɔne wɔ hɔ yi nsuma bɔne nsuma o sɛ nipa fi sɛ bɔne nsuma moma yɛhwɛ papa yi abra abɔkora ɔte ase no yɛse papa we de Lumba de yɛnte ne ho asɛm ɛnɛ pa a ɔtɔɔyɛ no ɛte sɛ sɛbe champagne na yɛapɔpe yɛhwɛ de wie a nsɛm pie enti mo a moyɛ saa deɛ ne nyinaa no sɛ mo nnim a monhwɛ papa yi ɔda hɔ yi
sister hold on Charles Jimmy Foe who create account 50 now the bar me block 50 ni nyina me ka kyerɛ wo ne ana na mo Jimmy saa
she needs to swear when one my blocking no
me so me blocking
I with a different account yes
I'm blocking no that's our very important account
I'm blocking no
enti mo a moyɛ saa deɛ ne nyinaa no a momfo abɔne so no sɛ mo nnim a monhwɛ sɛnea papa na ɛnam ne so kra na momfo abɔne so no monhwɛ ha wa ne wo akyi no nsensɛm ba enti sɛnea yɛka no nipa bia sɛnea wopɛ wo daakye no saa sɛnea wopɛ sɛ wohu wo daakye no ɛho anamo na wotu enti mo a momfo abɔne so yi monka hu sɛ bɔne na mode hyɛ fam no enti me mfifi ma monkotwa papa wo enti me mfifi ma monkotwa papa da de odi ebro hyɛ fam no otwa ebro wodi meko hyɛ fam wobetwa meko enti de mo ye ni nyina no ye de yete ya na ye hwɛ mo ba inshranka ampon sɛ despite nsɛm esisi ɔne papa na brabo mu no wotimi esi ne bo na wabɛka no kra nyame nhra ne bebree na ɔnyɛ ne kɛse medase
MPP Epato when na to aja ne so aba me Epato when na to aja ne so aba me Empress Diva chiaso chiaso ye din komo nyame adome ye
Empress hold on when Pacho nya ho pick me why or say mom pick no
my main prayer queen she bia no need phone me prayer no
pick me in account that private for no fire culture so still
only free private no be a best
so automatic pick no
they be people na best ho Empress me patch to aso why
I say am a hofe o de say na ye kan say o e wa say ye de ko eyi no duru a o so ko jina ho bi o say busna penny say oba bia e ma ni na
me de me niam say want me nchi grada me ko hwa ne niam no na me kwakwe
oni me yan say o here aba o na
ko hwa ne niam
o hi egbele na kai o bomode o hi egbele oni me yan say o hi egbele accessible o bomode o ma job mo o ya de ofe ya oprega me de ma YouTube for papa she na mo de ne beto hohoro no sapra na mo no omo fa no kwa last time na de free enti enne omo pa omo san fa no kotena ho ono kra 1000 so omo hu de ode ye omo no say oya busuani o ye de agini tum so oya busuani 100%. Enya wo blood nko na ye busuani because sometimes busuani no kra na woni ni fi man papa ba no. Onya ofa ho che wa bobe ka na fi ntumam. Hwede Ernestina oye. Na hwe papa shi oye. Ernestina na ono ye Lumba nua keto kra no. Mo ho de oye. Na papa she na
Faustina.
Oh, sorry, Faustina. That be the omo Mexican me. Faustina Fosu. Ono e Lumba chiri background. En kwase asema odi. Na papa she na sebe oni ni free ma me back papa back no. Enti ho na ya kama no. Ya be kama papa she da bia. Munni munyansa. Empress Gifty. Adenti na wo ho wa na egu ya na metina ho ma ya ka ho asem. Awarena woni eyi efeme se osai before say so for ni jaye no ada na wo fa metina YouTube ma ya ka ho asem ada na wo da to pay na woni mama Akosua se wa papa bi the sister Akosua se wa fosu legitimate married legally wife no wodi na betina na wo na ni mu ase e o se wanya hu o pe ho asem a woni program bia mo be ka ho asem be discuss for YouTube wa wuyi ma Akosua no de ye o se mu free ho kra Munyi fi hokra. Samuni shame discuss ya. Me finish so far so say. Fa wo ware na egu ye no fa betina o ne yesu ye nka bi. Ko enka wo de nkoko obi de. Ona wo mu ade e na obetina ona na wo chase papa chi down. Wa bodam papa ye hu o. Wa po wo ana wa hyehyɛ wo na obetina wo ma hu ye no. Wo ma obi kwan ma obi be ye bibi wo. Ada na wo yesa. Ana papa no ho na mo frɛ bone central. Bible say wo unto you. Mo frɛ papa se bone. Eti mu na mo to na mo frɛ papa se bone no wo to Yakobon asɛm na aka. MC ya eboa. Ayi Mr. Beautiful besi ahofa nyame ama obi. Wo nya ahofa nyame ama obi. Nya asaso abo. Nya asaso ana dibuo so abo. Wo mu ade se wo tie wo kasa tie ama me no. Eh, ese ko wo yi yensra kwatia o. Wo yi yensra kwatia. Usu abayo afa na wasi so na wo ma wano atra ma me no. Afa na wo ba bepe oware ni bio na me bom pa eso Yakobon se ono otumi ade nyina ye no o ma nware bi na nya odobroni e wo waware mu Yesu dim na se Yakobon ma obi na o ka ho asem a edua na wabo na nya wo a wan ka ho asem de ene no problem wo ba so be so de ya enya sa na se wonnim na oba ho na ka ho asem de am sei enom yensem bia boni bia susu ye boni a wo hye mama Akosua se wan ensem boni a ka fa no me time so no double no e de ma wo abrabo so no wo to aso nyina amen ana na wo yesa minim de ka ho no se vida adutwumu wa se wo ade ene etie wo ye kwa oni e ye wo se Priscilla ye kwa oni eti no ka bia ma no mi so mi ye kwa oni po between price so minna ni meja nyina afiri kwa untimi 100%. Se Priscilla so yakwa uni no ya ade na enye na wanka eye bone. Wuni ana ya ade enye oye ukrom ni nti wukata so samom. Ada na mu ye dipa bone semsa. Wudi be tribalism. Na gina yie maame. Gina yie pa se asante edom. Wuti ye na ye se o me edom. Nti se wudu kwa unu ebe ka akata so aya bone aye kata so mu aso de na e be sore tia wo. Anya mi ka mi medi asante aduro mi ko firi ko obi mi firi asante ma tinya aboso ne wagina so yi mi ni bi sanka wo de sabi wo nyansa wo ni mede wo mu a asem ba wo ka ni yi afere ba na sen wo ya bibia tafre ahu wo so akwaji bibia tafre wa akwaji bibia tafre nyame hu momobo onyame ohu momobo mu amu ware ye nwo ye munnim sane aware na ebretie mu metina ha se hu experience sane ha se krom ha tie krom ha ya suno to na unwane akwala wada wo hwa akwala na nim se suno ato ipa na unwane na de na ko school na wanya kwa adwuma na ore kra ho se wo ye obatan efi se nka wada we die nka obenya ka wada nya ga na ho na nso oto a botimi san enwuma san school se ada na wa ko school nso oto ada na wa ko adwuma nso oto e krom ha unwane sa o wana be chia bills na ma o Obaba kupe Obama ni dineja kwa betina Ghana bo no hwom eja nkwala egu no so akwala yare da no so akwala anyare da no so ekom de akwala ene mo mbehye mwadwi ni nyina ho mo bisa mo hu ese etesen na Ghana de se wo wo ti ye unyo bi mane boa o behwe abrochira wo unyo bi obeboa wo woni wo maame no papa eti abrochire krom ha so bia ate ne ba bi ye na de because obi anso ma wo ena wutimi fa ha kwato no so opa na oba ho Wama obi police nchinanya force bushe ni bi na obebele mu ne zade na wanko because ho ya brochiri obepe ni sika Odebro ni ba Lumba abrabom de no ba adwuma ba no ba sanka maami Akosua Serwaa papa bi amfa papa na nyina wa anka bedi na chi edan usina foundation enya enye wo amane foundation na busuafo no papa na wo mu no pokura hu se maami Akosua Serwaa wa yade ono na ama Lumba be Lumba ne ama wo wenya bi di ye wo ba ne ho unye hweda utia ye utrum adwo wo maid servant fo wo fie ho wo driver de wo ba ko school wo bodam wonni munyansa wadwinswa uswa kosua nyansa wonni mpanifo papa wo fie a on betu fu atia se de wo ye na enye na wo koso mama Serwaa na sabi on pe ne ho asem e na wa din na nyehwe e na wo de na sika adwa na nka de a e na nyankopon se hu tokwa konkom ma nti wo yi yen no mo se ye na ko ne tokwa ma na nti se wonni bi de apebi wabo wo dam wonni munyansa wo mu ade hwe na himi wo de ni gina ho a de wo mi nu gina ho a wana ofe wobi wana nimdi wobi wana ni mienu enso wa hu se na wa bre ne ho asese a ontimi ne ma Akosua nchekra okoboa no ono ne atete no ofifie oni munyansa owo suku nyansa usuku nyansa woni bi efie nyansa woni bi unsa so ni pani wo ofie enti wodi maami wei e twema so wa bowodam wo fere ade umu ade ha na maami no hu no kra no ya manhyew hu no ya manhyew uko sie central he homa no mi gidi pasa wo ka ho bi na am Robert ko no so no because now person mkoku no na na wo gi eta wani ase because anya side na ko sie fi homa ma me ne se ma me ne konkwada am Robert ko attack no na Ghana for so am so wa ama wo na wo free ha ko na am Robert be attack wa wo be san ko ho be yo de so be san ko biem ni nyina mo nwe ho mo fa tutu mo ho ese e be ya me say mo amudi na chiri nyina sa mo ware de ya odobro ni bi emra ma ware mu o tom na mo hu se na etie na sa mo ware ye so am sro eja na say omo odobro ni bi on choki baabi ni mo ware ya pe no medi mo kunachi na de odobro ni bi e ma me Serwaa no onye mu nyina bi na sa mo nim na mo kasa wo ho a osoro ni mu adi ono frida so ono se so evangelist ni bompa eso ono so ni kunu yen legal wise for the yempeno na emu de obepeno na okope ni bi ni ehwe so bekasa munyina mugida ho e na ye mode na mubose moya de ye mukoso why mukoso ukotena ho ebribi akwa bi begina ho betwa maami Serwaa papa bi mpo ase de obre na odie e na oba papa de wasena ho aware no na amafo ka se o wuni mu hwe bia satam na waso ayehye enti no omo spell made them and spell because now about in secretary tare down eno akwada nche ma wote ho me tutu champagne gu so wani magu asio we ni pa bonifo bibi hye wani aso we bayifo we bonsam ankasa we bonsam wo ba papa ne ho na wa hwie ni ho aka ba kwatena ho wo prayer wo koma wo ko ba nyina japade ntira ho na de ope na de nyaaye no ene oni ho wo na wo ba bedi na obedi entwie na ode ni podua no kra no wawu enye konfo ekita na ode koba enti bibia yire wani ase na onye wiase japade nyina na ohoro kra mfaso bi eni so woni futufo ofie na mi tu futie ni ye tie ni ye enka chi sankofa ye nchi kowachi kopepe ni bi komame na ase de kopa na chew me ka se kopa na chew se woni ne ba ye kuna na ase whatever kopa na chew se jimi na ujimi ye na wonim opa na chew so kodi ni kunachi onyasa ni bia obekwa kodi obi kunachi bia ne hu na ni ba ne ho so a ohu pa na chew there is no way say na wonim from A to Z se papa ne wo yire hwanwufo apa obo last year ya ansa na obewu se na oto no ka se meme yire Akosua Serwaa ma ware no otimi nya saada o se amfem awose anwu anka bibia ankyere wo da so di nachi dan na wukoye 2 weeks time osaje wo ba yo papa ne be wuye ututu fom penifo so tutu fom na wakantam gu wa epie ade bia ni wa obaye a empie bibia obaye bia ebepie wani magu ase woni wabusuafo nyina magu kwa ofo ani mu ase se ufiri kwa wo ampade ya ena na wagu kwa ofo wagu ya ni mu ase papa na wo kwa na ufiri no menya sure se odwa no maso menya sure se bebia mi firi ho na ufiri because ankwa siasemu ye nsoso sankwa siasemu ye nsoso no wanya pani bia antia maame wantia sa ade a wo ye ne na oyo yodom mu no wabusuafo ye yodom ana ode wona mbedwom na ye ode echese udi na chi superstar ana wako hunu president we ana anam ho ana ye ode Lumba na ode ko ye ne wawu and say what be say after new after you say new year the nebesi wadwen ho onye ho una ma wo e na abaye no wo furu hoye okay nti wo baba be wo ama no baba wo nsia allegedly no kra nsia ni nyina nya papa ne de ya nyintum ya nya DNA na ya nyintum se ni na papa ne de ya nyintum na nyintum china oni magu ase na me sun brebre me nka so wo afa me ko akwala wo hinu ba bia na oni ma me pani we obetimi awo ama bia ka wone ne yesi amma kwan ama manfo bia o mo nsem fata e bia o ma no cancer bone to ma me we so